Okay, there is only 10 minutes for the recording video in the Bandicam. That's what. Sorry for that. Okay, what are different types of penetration testing? Penetration testing can be categorized based on different parameters, like the knowledge of the target or the position of the penetration tester or the areas where it's performed. Penetration testing types based on knowledge of the target will be divided in three. It's black box, gray box, and white box. Black box testing, it's when the attacker has no knowledge of the target. It's referred to as a black box penetration test. This type requires a lot of time, and the pen tester uses automated tools in order to find vulnerabilities and weak spots. White box, when the pen tester is given the complete knowledge of the target, it's called as white box pen tester. The attacker has complete knowledge of the IP addresses, controls in place, code samples, operating system details, etc. It requires less time when compared to black box penetration testing. Gray box, when the tester is having partial information about the target, it's referred to as gray box penetration testing. In this case, the attacker will have some knowledge of the target information like URLs, IP addresses, etc., but will not have complete knowledge or access. Penetration and testing types based on the position of tester. There will be the many types. If the penetration test is conducted from outside the network, it's referred to as external penetration testing. Suppose the attacker is present inside the network. Simulation of this scenario is referred to as internal penetration testing. Targeted testing is usually performed by the organization's IT team and the penetration testing team working together. In a blind penetration test, a penetration tester is provided with no prior information except the organization's name. In a double-blind test, at max, only one or two people within the organization might be aware that a test is being conducted. Penetration testing types based on where it's performed. It's the network penetration testing. Network penetration testing activity aims at discovering weaknesses and vulnerabilities related to the network infrastructure of the organization. It involves firewall configuration and the bypass testing, stateful analysis testing, DNS attacks, etc. Most common software packages which are examined during this test infrastructure is Secure Shell, SQL Server, MySQL, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, File Transfer Protocol, etc. Application penetration testing, it is conducted in the application. In application penetration testing, pen tester checks if any security vulnerabilities or weaknesses are discovered in web-based applications. Core application components such as ActiveX, Silverlight, and the Java applets and APIs are all examined. Therefore, this kind of testing requires a lot of time. Wireless penetration testing. In wireless penetration testing, all of the wireless devices which are used in a corporation are tested. It includes items such as tablets, notebooks, smartphones, etc. This test spots vulnerabilities in terms of wireless access points, admin credentials, and the wireless protocols. Social engineering. Social engineering test involves attempting to get confidential or sensitive information by purposely tricking an employee of the organization. You have two subsets here. Remote testing involves tricking an employee to reveal sensitive information via an electronic means. Physical testing involves the use of physical means to gather sensitive information like threaten or blackmail an employee. Another type of pen testing is client-side penetration testing. The purpose of this type of testing is to identify security issues in terms of software running on the customer's workstations. Its primary goal is to search and exploit vulnerabilities in client-side software programs. For example, web browsers such as Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, content creation software packages such as Adobe FrameMaker and Adobe RoboHelp, media players, etc. So these are different types of penetration tests based on different parameters. Now, in the remaining of this, what is penetration testing? We will talk about the tools that a pen tester can use to conduct a penetration test. What tools are used for penetration testing? Pen testers take the aid of different kinds of penetration tools to make the penetration test much faster, efficient, easy, and reliable. There are a lot of popular penetration testing tools where most of them are free or open source software. Some of the most widely used pen testing tools include Nessus. It's a network and a web application vulnerability scanner. It can perform different types of scans and help a pen tester identify vulnerabilities. Metasploit, it's an exploitation framework that has been packed with various capabilities. A skilled attacker can generate payloads, shellcodes, gain access, and perform privilege escalation attacks using Metasploit. Nmap or Network Mapper is a port scanner that scans systems and the networks for vulnerabilities linked to open ports. Wireshark is a tool for profiling network traffic and for analyzing network pockets. Apart from the above ones, there are other like John the Ripper, Burp Suite, Kane, and Abel, and many more popular tools.